Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to another episode of Brew and Build. Today we are back in the Steampunk City, actually in 115.2, not in the snapshot or anything like that. Last episode, it was really fun just looking at that stuff. It gave me a break as well from having to build and stuff and just take a fun look at the upcoming features of Minecraft. I'm really excited for that. As you can see, not much has been done here. Actually, not really anything has been done here. I am pretty busy at work right now, and so it's a little difficult for me to get a ton of work done off camera. But what we're going to be doing today is going to be really fun. I think it's going to be really cool and help us tie in this place over to this area over here, which we'll get into in probably a couple episodes. Last episode, or I guess I should say 2 episodes ago, we built this, which is still not totally complete. This is our spruce tree, I guess farm is what you would say. We will chop trees down on this one, this little area, and we decided this area as well can work. I still have to extend the minecart system to be underneath this area. And it's not perfect. It's not perfect in terms of collection. It can't actually get underneath all right here. If there's anything that falls in this area right here, minecart can't actually get there. But that's not that big of a deal, I don't think. Regardless, it's going to be okay. But this is what we built last episode, and I still have to do some stuff. I really haven't had much time in the past week to do anything Minecraft oriented. I just haven't had time to sit down and just build. Been kind of having to hold off because I've been wanting to get started on the next portion so I can just kind of do a lot of this stuff off camera. But what we're going to be doing today is hopefully just kind of finishing this because it's kind of tied in. I held off because it's a little tied in with what we're doing, and I wanted to make sure this area would work. And that we didn't need to necessarily extend this by another tree length or something like that. Not tree length, but unit length there. What we're going to be doing is working in the middle here and building up a crane, and it's going to be a big old crane. Let me get on top of one of these because it's a lot easier to explain what is going to be happening from a bird's eye view. So right now we have our manual chop down areas, and this is a manual one, but technically it's manual, but in terms of the Steampunk City lore, it is an automatic thing to where that is a big blade, drops down, chops off all the leaves and stuff, it makes it so it's just a big log, and then it can kind of fall over. I'm probably going to make a mechanism sort of thing, like a little net catchy doodad thing that the trunk as it falls catches on it and it softly lands down in this area, because it doesn't really make sense to have a gigantic tree fall over onto a platform that's flying. I feel like that would cause a lot of wear and tear, unnecessary wear and tear. But the idea is we're going to have a crane that sits probably right here, and it's going to extend and be able to pick up. It's going to be sitting here facing this way and be able to move over, pick stuff up here, move over, and drop it off literally right over there. But it's just this gap that needs to be accessed, and it should be able, honestly, to move from this area to really anywhere over in this area. And so it's going to be able to, we're going to have a little bit more of a wood pile here. Maybe we'll have some more wood piles here as well, for these trees when they get, say they chop them down, drag them over here because they're smaller and can be more manhandled. And then the crane is going to be probably a little bit unnecessarily big. I wanted to go big just because I thought it would look cool and it would help with the like maneuverability of moving logs from here to really a decent distance over here. So I'm gonna have to like maybe take a second glance at how big it's actually gonna be, because I certainly don't want to dwarf our build or anything like that. And so I may rethink where the crane goes. If it's gonna feel like that, it may extend further out that way and be like way out there built up, and so it can grab and drop kind of like willy-nilly, and like it would extend further. The idea is the crane's gonna, well, you'll see. I'll explain how the crane works once we get some work done on it. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna get some work done on the crane to get the kind of the concept fleshed out and built up here. And while we're doing that, we can take a look-see at the snapshot build I have in mind. All right, I've been doing some building, and as you can see, there is a big old tower right there, and that eventually is going to be, by the end of this episode, will be a crane. And it's going to come out to about right here is where it's going to stop. And the reason for it, that why it extends out actually further than this area, is because if you think about it, like if it's at an angle like this, it's got to be a little longer in order to make it all the way over here. At least in my mind, that's how it works, because it does, I think. And so it's not going to be like crazy long, but it is going to be a little bit longer than it maybe needs to be. And I think that'll be okay. It'll look better. Now, all the detail hasn't been put into this. I just wanted to get the general shape in so you could see kind of it in like its middle stages. And if we get up here, as you can see, I put a water thing just because I wanted to have an easy way up and down. What we're going to be doing is building out this portion right here. Now back here is going to be a counterweight, but we aren't going to tackle that quite yet. I figured that it can be something that we do at the end. Let's get the main crane part done, as it's pretty easy. It's not that actually difficult. I think I will need to get some more materials, maybe chop a few more spruce trees down, but we've got a decent amount right here, so we should be kind of good. So let's see, 1 2 3 4. We need to go out 26 more, and just so I don't go over, let's do this. So we're going to go out 30 blocks total from the wall. Actually, I think it's 31 from the wall. And then we're going to do that to all 4 of these little wood pillar things. All right, got a little bit more done, and put some blocks here because we need to have spruce planks right here. All these little doodads right here are going to be pillars that kind of go through and go down like this. And then what's going to be interesting is the middle block is actually going to be a barrel. So it's going to look pretty interesting. So let me get one side of this here done. There we go. I did a few that were a little wrong, so we need to jump when we place these. But I want them to be like barrel accent blocks, and I think they'll look pretty good overall. All right, next thing we need to do is all alongside these. Even this one, I think. I'll have to double check this one actually. But all along these, we are going to be putting some stripped logs. And I should have done that in the opposite order. There we go. We're going to be putting some stripped spruce logs. And we're going to do that all the way down. Now what we're going to be doing is, as you can see, put some pillars going through there. Those are just sort of internal support beams. What we're going to be doing now is taking barrels and facing them in like so on either side, like this. And then what we're going to have are fences that go in between right there. And then we're going to have to do something a little bit interesting. And what we need actually is some grind stones in order to complete this. So I'm actually going to go back around to that side and make it so that we can get through right here, because we need, as you can see, there's something down there. We need to start working on the pulley system as well. Kind of need to get a little bit of the pulley system made in order for us to continue building. Thankfully, we made a butt ton of these. Probably not enough, but we have a good amount. And as you can see, I have rammed my face into the ceiling here. Jeez. There's a floating log, and the idea is this is what was going to be there, and that is now being picked up and moved from here over to there. It's like mid movement. I thought this was a good way to show the function of this, what it was actually doing. So what we need to do now is put netherrack here just as a placeholder. Need to put a grindstone right there, and then we need to put one facing in. They're all going to be going down a line here facing in like this, except for this one's going to be up here. And then we're going to just go down a line and put them in one big old line. And the reason why we're doing this first is because then it makes placing the blocks for this internal structure here a little bit easier, because they're logs and they need to face a certain way, and it's just a big pain in the butt to not actually have them facing the appropriate way. Now, some of you may be wondering where I got this idea from, and I will say this crane is very inspired by Sunfire SG. If you've never heard of him, definitely check him out. He's a smaller YouTuber like myself, and he does some really awesome builds. He's on a cool server called the Craftaway server. You may watch some of his other fellow Craftawayans, whatever you would call them. He's very cool. Has a very cool build style, and he's made a crane similar to this. And this is where I got this idea. Now I've changed the crane design quite a bit to match our style and be a little bit more steampunky. But that is where the original idea came from. So definitely check him out. I'll leave a link in the description, and this is what his icon looks like. And yeah, definitely check him out because he's a really, really great builder. So now the reason why we did that was because right here we need to have a stripped log, and that is why I did that, because I didn't want to have to deal with putting a block in the middle, knowing that we were going to be putting blocks there anyways. And so this is what the design will look like. Eventually there will be a stone button on this as well, and it'll look very finished. We also will be putting stairs here like so, and then it looks very cool, especially when it's repeated in a pattern all the way down. It looks very structural, very solid. And then you've got the sort of pulley system that's in between out of the grindstones, kind of looks like chains. And they will hang down, and there'll be a claw thingy down there as well, which we're going to build in just a sec. Let me go ahead and build all this on either side, and then we'll get down there and build the claw mechanism. So this is what it is looking like. Let's take the FOV, not POV, the FOV, and take a look-see there. That is the pattern of the what it all looks like in a grid. I think it looks very, very good. What we're going to be working on now is the crane portion, the claw portion, I mean, of the crane. And then I think I may take a break and just finish this off, because a lot of it is just kind of simple design stuff that doesn't really need to be on camera. So what we're going to do now is the crane claw, and I almost thought we weren't going to make it there. So this is going to be a little interesting to build, because we need to be able to build it like it's just going to be a pain in the butt, most likely. So the stairs are going to be there. Obviously, I'm going off of a screenshot because this is a little difficult for me to work out in my head. Let's just make some buttons. Just put those on there before I forget. Probably only needed 6. Now let's go ahead and get rid of those buttons. Let's make ourselves a little bit of scaffolding here out of netherrack, because it is a waste of an item. And I wish netherrack looked, honestly, a little bit falling. I wish netherrack looked a little bit nicer, so we could use it. Like, I want to try and like make some sort of build with using netherrack. I think that could be kind of cool if we make a block like netherrack actually work. I mean, you probably have seen B-Double-O make diorite work, and if he can make diorite work, then I think we have a good chance of being able to make netherrack work. Now let's get rid of that. I don't want to look at it. Okay, so now we need some blocks, I think, right there, and I'm guessing maybe here, and then, I think the log is 1 block too low. I will fix that in a brief moment. For right now, we are going to make it a thick log. All right, crisis semi-averted. Let's put some stairs here, here, and then I'm guessing let's put a block here, here, and stair. Oh, not that way. Don't want that. Stair, stair like that. And then we have kind of this like odd tunnel shape going on. You'll see like what the purpose of it is here in a sec. We're gonna put a stair here. There we go. Ooh, that was terrifying. I wasn't sure if I was actually gonna place it correctly. Let's go ahead and put the stairs on this side. Up here, we're gonna put some walls right here, here, there, and then some fences. And this should finish the top portion off. I don't think there's anything else that we're gonna need. There a fence over there? Yes, there is. Okay, so the top portion looks like that. Just a lot of stairs going on. Now we're gonna put some walls. I think they will go right here. I believe they'll go right there. And then I think there's going to be a stone brick right there to make the wall connect. Now we're going to be getting into the bottom portion here. And so we're going to put a stair there, stair right here. And then I imagine what we're going to put. Actually, I have honestly no idea. I think a block goes here and then a stair goes here, but I could be wrong. I am not wrong. I am never wrong. What we're going to do is we're going to put a wall right there. And then a wall right here. And do we have any slabs? I failed to make slabs. All right, well, looks like we're making our 10,000th crafting table. And we're going to put it right there. And we're going to make just a couple slabs. We only need, I think, 4 total. We may need maybe 1 or 2 more. But we're going to do that on either side. Right there, there, block, stair, and stair, and then a wall, and then a wall. And there will be a wall there as well. Now comes the fun part of playing a little bit of Skyblock, and we're going to be dealing with some water elevator nonsense so we can build easily. So we're going to put stairs there and there. So they're going to be facing opposite directions. But when we do this, it ends up looking a little bit, let's try and get this block here. Oh, we're gonna have to sleep anyways, so it's raining and all that junk. So let me go ahead and I'll just finish this off real quick. There's not much left to do, and then we will take a look at it in its final form. And there it is. There is the little crane hooky doodad thing. Basically, what it does, or what the purpose of it, is to just grab the log and move it. And so the idea is like the chain there would be able to go down. It would like kind of wrap around and like clamp on to the log and then be able to carry it. And so it's nice and secure. And yeah, I think it looks very good. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work on finishing off the build here and make the support structure on the other side, the counterweight, and then also put some of the design. I may just do the design on this visible side. It's not that difficult, so I may just finish it. But then, yeah, I think that's going to do it. So let me go ahead and get some more work done, and then I will be back. Alrighty, so I haven't been able to fully finish this, but I got 2 sides done so that you can get a good glimpse of what this is gonna fully look like. And I really like the end result, like what it actually looks like. So here you see this central portion that is kind of circular, and the idea is that this is the spot that would like rotate, I suppose, so that the top part can pivot. So this down here would stay the same, and then this up here, this allows it to rotate side to side. And so, I mean, obviously it's Minecraft, so not gonna be able to actually do that. But then you see back there is a big old thing that is attached. Let's actually get on top. I haven't actually fully built like put stone there, but that is the counterweight for this area here. And so there's a good look at it. You can see both of them. I'm going to put a lot of granite over on the thing right there. And so that's going to be very nice to fully have done. And there's really not that much left to do. I just have to do the circular portion on the back sides there, and then do this design that's on the sides on the other two sides. And that really is it. For the most part, it's basically done. And so, yeah, I think this is such a cool looking crane. Definitely thank you to Sunfire for giving me the idea. It's mainly this portion that really helped inspire me. So definitely check him out if you haven't seen him, because he's got a lot of cool stuff. And he's a very calm, chill type of dude if you like that type of personality YouTuber. But that is all I have time for, guys. I definitely have run out of time for this because I am running late. So I don't know if this is going to be on time or not. Hopefully it is, but if not, terribly sorry about that. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, leave a like in real life, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.